Here we go. Here we go.
Here we go.
Brofist it first.
Brofist, what's up, everybody? Welcome back to Unspecified Podcast and Review. Sorry, I don't know why I do that. Portland, Oregon, largely peaceful after right-wing rally. So we're here to get into some topics, right?
We are indeed. Boy, it's been a doozy of a couple of days. It's been awkward too, not being on for it.
Yeah, absolutely.
Seeing everything happen, man, it's tough. But we can go over some of the highlights. I was pretty impressed with the turnout yesterday in Portland. So, there was a 50-50 chance. We were kind of trying to see maybe it was going to be a big prank and nobody was going to show up. But the Proud Boys did indeed show up. About 500 is what the reports are saying. And man, but speaking of reports, they vary. So most articles that we're seeing, most information is saying that it was peaceful. It was
but like you're referring to Portland, Oregon, largely peaceful after right-wing rally, and then police investigate assault on live streamer after far-right Proud Boys descend on Portland.
Right, but that
descend.
That first article does mention the fact that that this live streamer was pushed to the ground and kicked in the face, and the live streamer was black. So I don't know, the person may get charged. I'm not sure yet, but they did mention it in the first article. They did, mention that, okay, with the exception of one incident that happened early on, but the second article is straight out of the box. Like, it didn't take long before,
They have the most appropriate signs. Who killed David Dorn? There's no room for hate when we make America great. Oh,
boom.
That's spice. Wow.
Does it feel like a missed opportunity that they didn't go out there with meme signs?
I just really love his AR setup. That is really great to build.
It's a great shot.
Yes, very good shot. Very good. Yes.
Yeah. So I'm glad to see that it, for the most part, went well. And I don't know. It's there's just so much culminating to a head this specific weekend as well.
And a lot of outrage, a lot of blowing off steam.
Indeed.
Here.
And I do have to wonder. So 500, glad to see that, but a little lower than what I would have thought with the call that they had.
Look at that sign.
I know.
Ooh.
So I would have thought that we would have seen more people, and I do have to wonder if the state of emergency that was declared in anticipation. Why wasn't it a state of emergency?
It shows their hand, man. It shows that they're terrified. They're paranoid. Ted Wheeler, even though he is like pretty much an anarchist, Antifa member, and the mayor, and a coward, he's like,
Yeah.
State of emergency. Freaking
it's just
out.
like I struggle with hypocrisy. I try to own it. We are all guilty of it, understandably, but you had never had any problems with the riots that were going on in the chaos that was ensuing on your own streets when it was BLM and Antifa. You didn't declare, in anticipation. However, there was a state of emergencies declared, but not preemptively like this. Just how can you be so boldly hypocritical in that position? Do you think he truly doesn't see it? And then why are we electing people that are so willfully blind then?
Yeah, great. That's a great optic, babe. Great way to look at that.
Yeah, like facepalm. Exactly. He's probably praying, and I don't mean to be blasphemous if he is, but it also kind of looks like a facepalm, and that's exactly how I feel right now. I love her shirt, by the way. Not a racist, not a bigot, not a sexist.
Not a Democrat. Let's take a look. Uh-oh.
Well, helicopter makes sound. Oh, yeah. Well, you knew somebody was going to come out with the Confederate. Oh, it's a Confederate and a Don't Tread on Me.
I do not see flag as racist.
Oh, no, I don't either. But, I mean, I also don't have a problem
Look at them. They're just kicking back, man. All those riot cops are like, nah.
Right.
They're not doing nothing, man. Like, they're on our side. But there is no side. State is separate.
And I know that people want to focus on the downsides, or, the downsides. That was horribly inconsiderate of me. I know people want to focus on the tragedies, but can we all acknowledge that on any particular night nowadays, we have tens of thousands of people in the streets nationwide, worldwide, but for this point, it's nationwide, that are, and of those, several are armed. And we're not, you know what I mean? It's not, that's a lie. It is mass chaos on the streets, but it's not because of the arms.
No, it's not because of the people.
It's because of the behaviors behind them,
Yeah.
So, I hope that people are able to see that. But speaking of arms and Second Amendment, Amy Coney Barrett.
Oh, is that what we're getting into next?
She was officially...
What Amy Coney Barrett's Supreme Court nomination means for the 2020 election.
Right, and no, that's remains to be seen.
That remains to be seen.
But I did get a little bit of information on Amy, just trying to vet and see, what are her beliefs.
This blew my mind.
She is actually from Metairie. She was born and raised in Metairie, Louisiana, right here, and went to Rhodes College in Tennessee, which is kind of a liberal arts college, or among others, but known for being a liberal arts college. And then went on to Notre Dame and, magna cum laude. She's very, very smart, very intelligent, finished, tops of, in the top tiers of her classes and as well as tests. She's a mother of 7. She has 7 children, which that's refreshing.
Wow.
Wow, but that is refreshing. And they're young children too. So, she is, so, as far as her stances go, she's got, actually, Nancy Pelosi supports her. She's Catholic, and a lot of people are trying to say that she's going to impose her will and her beliefs on to, citizens because of the fact that she's Catholic. But even Nancy came out and said, well, no, her beliefs shouldn't have anything to do with it. She, as long as she is able to rule objectively. And even in articles, people that were trying to show that she's going to enforce her beliefs had to misrepresent and misquote. So
I think Nancy Pelosi spoke on her as a way to put a tarnish on her coming out of the gate.
Oh, really?
Yeah. Because she knows that so many people from the right hate her.
Yeah, well, maybe. Well, so Amy herself has said that she will follow law instead of her beliefs. But, where does one end? More, you know what I mean? Knowing what's right and wrong. And I'm for it. I think that you should be, I want beliefs to be instilled there, but that's a floodgate because, if we want a Christian in there, well, then a Satanist could also be in there, or an atheist or whatever, insert ism.
Yep.
And, so it is a floodgate. I do understand why people want to keep it out. But she's Catholic. 7 children. She did vote pro 2A in a 2019 Cantor versus Barr.
Just last year.
Okay. Yep. And
Very
she
good.
did vote pro 2A in that, which was in regards to having the right
Overall,
to own weapons.
What you know
as a
about her,
felon.
what do you think about these president's nomination?
I think it's a step in the right direction. I appreciate that she does seem to be anti-abortion and pro 2A. However, the fact that she obviously coming out of the gates is having to prove that she's not going to use her faith and as a ruling measure, and that's kind of, in my mind, that's kind of the equivalent of saying I'm not going to use my morals, because your faith is instilled in your morals and who you are.
It is fine. You should do job, which is to
right. Is it so hard to say this is right and this is wrong? I know there are nuances.
I mean, like, her religious beliefs help. They are a foundation to her moral fabric.
Right. Exactly.
That doesn't have anything to do with how she will judge based on law.
Okay, I see that. But what I'm saying is your religious belief is a foundation to your moral fabric, and your moral fabric affects how you judge on things, what you see as right and wrong.
Yeah.
And so to say...
I think it is good.
Exactly, it is good. But in my mind, it's impossible to separate the two, and that goes for everybody. So if you're looking for somebody who's going to be completely unbiased, impartial, it would have to be a robot. That's not...
Or Mahobrium.
This is
what is it?
Nature
From,
versus nurture.
Westworld?
Oh, LOL, I don't know.
Rehoboam.
Rehoboam.
An AI system that pretty much just rules and controls.
Given the fact that she is anti-abortion, President Trump did say that a revisit to the Roe versus Wade is, quote unquote, certainly possible. Other articles have come back and said that he hasn't actually talked to her about Roe versus Wade.
Words. These are just words that enrage the left. So that's probably all he is trying to do.
And just for those that don't remember or are unaware, Roe versus Wade was a 1973 decision that was a landmark decision where U.S. Supreme Court ruled that the Constitution of the United States protects a pregnant woman's liberty to choose and have an abortion without excessive government restriction. So it was huge. It set precedents.
Very controversial.
It very much is. And so, Trump is saying it's certainly possible to revisit that. To the left, to the pro-choice people, that is like undoing literally 50 years of work.
Well, 50 years of outrage.
Right, I know. I'm just saying if you're looking at it from the way that they are looking at it.
Yeah.
So, of course, we're going to see outrage from that statement, and he hasn't even talked to her about it yet. This isn't even on the table yet. He just, being President Trump, went out and said it, and now people are going to be up in arms. So
yes.
we will see if that takes place or not. And good on her. I'm glad. I'm glad to see.
And it's good to hear there's a Louisianian.
Yeah, kind of. Well,
from my neck of the woods.
Ellen is also from Metairie. Did you know that?
Boo Ellen.
Oh, whatever. I love Ellen.
Boo.
I don't want her to be a meanie.
Ellen is a meanie and evil and boo.
No, I don't think.
Okay, to get into big topic. Pope Francis.
Yes.
Says that God has instructed the Pope to revise the 10 Commandments.
Indeed, not laughing.
Okay, no way, man. Come on. All right.
Look, I'm gonna. So
this topic is hilarious to me. Catholics from all over the world will stand up and be like, "Yes, he is inspired man of God. He is representation of God on earth." No, he's not. He's man.
Right.
He cannot dictate law of God.
Well, but
he cannot change God's law.
Right. So what?
Catholicism is. You know how I feel about religion.
Yes.
I'm very against religion.
Yes.
I just believe in a relationship with the Creator.
Amen in Jesus.
All of this extra stuff was way
divisive.
to control and way to oppress.
Well, so as most of you know, the Protestants and the Catholics already have a different set of commandments. Starting with the second commandment, the Catholic says, "You shall not take the name of the Lord or your God in vain." For Protestants, that shall not take but there's also a no graven images. I went to the wrong one.
Yeah. And
that Catholics do not have, which that's fine, not putting but the ones that he is wanting to change are the fourth commandment, which say honor thy mother and father. He's wanting it reworded to include children of same-sex parents. The Seventh Amendment, which talks about adultery and homosexuality, among other things, has been removed entirely. The new Fifth Amendment forbids all aspects of genetic engineering and bans the consumption of genetically modified foods. And now there is an 11th Amendment when all of this is done, or commandment. I'm saying amendment. Yeah, well, it is an amendment, but they're amending the commandment.
It's like commandments from God or supreme law from God, and then the Constitution is supreme law of land.
So the 11th commandment now disallows personal idolization and the glorification of oneself over God. And he directly quoted, "Selfies are an abomination in the eyes of the Lord."
It is vanity.
It is vanity.
I can understand where he's coming from,
but some of these are good, like the selfies, don't value yourself over God. And then the genetic engineering bans the consumption of genetically modified foods. Like, some of these are really good, but then removing some of the other ones, it gets, and I'm not saying anything one way or the other. I'm just saying that we have to be careful here, because if you are of faith, if you do put value in the Bible does say that many will come in his name, and do not be deceived and things like that. So, it's just something to pay attention to. I'm not Catholic, so I don't know.
He does say many will come in his name.
I don't know exactly.
Yeah, so I don't know, man. This is hoopla. Harumph, I say.
It won't change the Protestants.
Harumph.
The Protestants' commandments,
no,
but
this will not change.
I'm interested to see, what do you guys think? How do you feel about
comments
the change
below? Make sure to like and
commandments?
subscribe.
We were talking yesterday because we had discussed that Michigan school.
That's right.
Rescinded support of BLM. Well, we are seeing more, and not that it's a rescinded support of BLM, but we are getting many reports out from Minneapolis regretting their decision to defund the police.
Look at this. Dismantle police pledge. Minneapolis council members have regrets. Ooh.
Well, many are saying, some, there are a few that are saying that the wording of the way that it was worded left much to be interpreted. One member even came out and said that, he voted to defund the police, but he said he meant it, quote unquote, in spirit. Look, guys, I can't have you voting in spirit, okay? I need you to take votes very literal. And if it doesn't make sense, if you're not sure how to interpret that, let's get some clarification before we vote. So now many are saying that they would like a redo. They would like to go and re-vote.
On police.
Yes.
Yeah, of course.
Yeah. 3 months ago it happened. Majority vote from the city council pledged to defund the city's PD. And that has sent ripples through the country. Okay. So, national polls are seeing a decreasing support for BLM. And I don't know what will that show. And then, there was an article also saying
people want normal back.
People do want normal back.
People don't want this outrage.
Florida, so we know Florida opened up all of the restrictions are lifted for COVID. And so we're seeing that kind of starting to that veil is being lifted away.
The Wuhan wiggle.
Yep. Then we've also got, this now. So if people are starting to pull away support, again, the statement supported, yes, Black Lives Matter.
Yes.
There is a right-wing faction of that too. Well, I suppose it's not right-wing, but more conservative faction of that too that says
EBLM.
Every Black life matters.
EBLM.
Exactly.
Every Black Life Matters. Yeah.
And so, the statement is not what's being picked apart here. It's the tactics. And the way that the tactics are clearly causing the very thing they're saying to be against. So I hope that people are waking up to it. Only time will tell. But as we draw nearer to the elections, we are finding a more stable. And what do you think? Are we going to find a little stabilization right before the election, a true calm before the storm?
Maybe.
Fall is setting in.
Yeah.
Cooler weather.
Yeah. As we go into the holidays, a lot of the protesters who do have family that do not hate them at this point will want to be with family.
Yep.
And things will calm down, especially as it gets a little bit colder.
Right.
But that doesn't mean that it's impossible for there to be...
Absolutely, because I do think either way it is going to ramp right back up after election.
But what do you think about this advertisement? Advertisement.
Boy.
Is this not the...
Well, did you hear in China there was a research lab,
yeah, crap. I need that article.
Well,
No, I got it here. Hold on. I will get it to everyone.
Huawei, Huawei Tech.
Huawei.
Huawei's R&D lab near Dongguan, China caught fire. And social media reports that there was an explosion. However, that's unconfirmed. But they are a tech company, and they do a lot of work with 5G, AI, things like that. And
I will pull up. It is coming.
So from all reports, this was still in construction. Not that they would really tell us the extent
3 dead
of it
after
wasn't.
huge fire at Huawei's factory in China.
Hearing you say a Asian name in a Russian accent was very fun. I appreciate that.
I'm sorry.
No, I liked it. It was fun.
Let's see here.
Ooh, I like
the
that
government said
mask.
it had launched an investigation after Friday's blaze at the building under construction in the Songshan Lake Industrial Development Zone sent massive plumes of smoke into the sky. Oh, Beijing.
Well,
Is this video? Is this not video?
I
thought they had
so
video.
just kind of seeing, wonder what.
Yeah, so this is like a tech company in China. The fire.
A lot of work with 5G and AI and things like that. But anyway,
what is best way to destroy evidence? Burn building down. No.
So coming up, we do have the presidential debate on Tuesday, the 29th, which we will be live streaming. We are so excited for it. President Trump has said that he will demand Sleepy Joe get drug tested before the debate. So we will see how that goes. So we will see how that goes. But I am looking forward to it, and I hope you guys will join us.
Yeah, I hope you guys do join us. We will be live streaming Tuesday the presidential debate.
Yes.
I'm very excited.
Very excited. There will be 2 more.
So, yeah.
All right.
That has been the news, guys. I hope you enjoyed it. Please like the video on your way out. Subscribe. Ring the bell for notifications. Anything else? Follow us on Parler, Instagram. Links are all in the description. You can check out our woodworking channel. Going to be having some new stuff come up over there. Working on some videos for that. Also, I would like to say shout out. What's up, Brofist to the members. Shout out to the Bearcats, Brofist NFG vets, Brofist Rock Bear Angel. You guys rock. Rock Bear Angel. And yeah, so until the next time. Boom. Love ya. Knuckle love. See you next time.
Bye.